Good morning, friends. Let's start with our new topic, cascading style sheet. So, CSS stands for cascading style sheet. This is one more important sentence for MCQ, filling the blanks as well as true or false. So, what do you mean by CSS? CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen and can control the layout of multiple web pages at a time. CSS allows to control the look and feel of several pages by changing single source. That means by using CSS, that is cascading style sheets, we can design our website. So what do you mean by website? Website is again collection of interrelated web pages. So to define particular look, to design a website in a particular format, that is a typical font, a typical background color, so we can apply this uniform style to that website. Also we can use multiple styles also for multiple elements. For example, if we are placing heading at the end, we want to place each time we want to place a heading in red color, then we can apply that color to uniform website. So not only website, for a single web page we can also apply this style. So CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on the screen, means we can apply some style for that HTML elements, and also we can control the layout of multiple web page at a time. Only changing single source file we can change the uh, whole look or whole designing of that website. So here's the syntax for cascading style sheet. First we have to choose selector. What do you mean by selector? Selector is any HTML element, that is any HTML tag. Then in curly braces we have take property and value. So for example, here we have take h2. Here h2 is our tag, but we took it as a single without angular brackets. h2, then curly brace, within curly braces there is property. Property means which property we are applying, which feature we are applying. So here property is color, and we are value for that color is any type of color. Rather than pink, you can take also blue, red, green, etc., etc. So here we are applying multiple properties to that particular h2 element. So again we have choose another property, that property is font size, then semicolon, and font size obviously in pixels. So here 12 pixels, you can take 13 px, 14 px, etc. So here we are using multiple property for single selector, so that multiple properties are separated by semicolon. Property and value are separated by colon sign, whereas multiple property are separated by semicolon. Now there are three types of cascading style sheets: inline CSS, internal or embedded CSS, and external CSS. Actually, the type or their name uh, defines how they are used. For example, inline style sheet. Inline means in a single line. That is, we are using here we are using style as an attribute. In inline style sheet, we are using style as an attribute with that HTML start tag. Start tag means H3 or many tags are pair tags, non-singular tags. So we are using that style attribute with starting tag of that particular element. Here we have take the example of H3 element, and we have applied that it should be in color, the color of H3 should be yellow. So we define this property, or we apply this as a style by using style tag, then equal to, and within double quotation we have defined that property color colon sign yellow. We can apply multiple properties same here. For example, if you again if font size, at that time we can take font size equal to font size colon sign 12px, and after then we will close that quotation. So here is the inline style sheet. You can make program yourself. You can run it and look how its output looks. So please try to build program yourself. Simple. And this colon sign should not be there, as we are applying single style. H1 color red. There should not be a blank space within property and value. So H1 color red style, after then heading section is closed, and when here H1 tag is used in body section, and that internal style is applied to this. As we have not applied this style to paragraph tag, paragraph will be displayed in normal effect. So here is output of our particular program. The internal style sheet is applied on this heading. As color is red, that H1 content is displayed in a red color. So simple. You can copy this program and execute it, and please save all these programs so that we can make our assignments by using this multiple program. Next is, now here's the chart for cascading style sheet properties. Particular property, its use and their corresponding value, and here is again last in last box we can see, in last column we can see the example. So first property is color. Obviously color will change the color of the text, and value for this color property is any proper color name. For example, yellow, black, white, maroon, etc. Next is background color. This background color, background hyphen color, single word, not BG color. Background, full word, background hyphen color. It will set the background color of our web page or particular element. If we are using background color with H1, at that time H1 tag will be displayed on that particular background color. Next, font weight. Used to bold text. We can bold a font. We can give weight or give impact as a bold to our text by using font weight, and values 100, 200 up to 900 here. Next is font style. Used to italize text, italic, oblique or normal. These are the values for font style. Then text decoration. There are 4 properties for text decoration. Strike through. Next is underline, overline, overstrike, and to remove underlines from links. Next is text align. We can align our text to particular values, left, right, center, and justify. Font family. Here we are using property. So these two words are joined by hyphen. Don't give space in that particular, don't write font space family or don't write font family directly. You have to write font hyphen family. This is used to control the fonts, that is font name, font name, uh, Arial, Italic, Roman, Times New Roman, etc. Font size. We can change a font size by using pixel as well as in inches, millimeter, centimeter, and point also. Next is letter spacing. Letter spacing helps to control the horizontal spacing between characters of text. Means it by using letter spacing property, we can give space to two characters. We can apply space within two characters. Next is padding. This property is used when you want to add padding, that is blank space around the content of an element. Next is border. We can apply border to our web page element. For example, if we want to apply border to image, at that time we are using border. We are using a table for a table also. We can use the border, and that value for that border is solid, double, groove, reach, inset, outset, dotted, or dashed. Background image. This property is used to set an image as a background of your web page. And obviously we have to choose a URL here. We have to give proper address of that particular image. Margin left. Sets margin area on the left, and also its value in point, pixel, etc. Next is external style sheet. External style sheet is generally used when you want to make changes on multiple pages. It facilitates to change the look of entire website by changing just one file. It uses the link tag on every page, and the link tag should be put inside the heading section. Here we have to create two files. One our regular HTML file, and other is linking file. That linking file will store the the styles which we want to apply. For example, if we are using H1 curly braces, font size equal to font size colon sign 12 pixel, and color red, this single line will be stored in another file, and that another file will be linked with this our HTML page by using link tag. And obviously that link tag is again placed within heading section of our web page, our HTML code. And with the link tag we are using three attributes. That link tag is placed in heading section, and further attributes are used with link tag. That attributes are rel for relationship of that for text file with style sheet is style sheet. Then type, the type of that style maybe extension text or .css. That's why text oblique css. And HIF will contain the address of that text file. Now this is heading. Actually, I will show this program after some days by proper application. You have to link, or you have to use proper linking here. Means you have to make one simple text file. Within that text file, you have to apply style. For example, you are applying a style to H1 element, P element, body element, then it will save as, suppose it will save as p1 dot h p1 dot css, p1 dot css. Now here we are writing address as href is equal to, if we have saved that file in D folder, so D drive and a student folder, then address will be as href is equal to D colon sign slash student slash p1 dot css. Write proper address here. Likewise, we are taking image address. Same we have to choose proper address for that href attribute. Then that will be link, and it will show proper execution of your program. And if you have any query, please write in inbox, or my WhatsApp number is there. You can ask me personally also. Now, as we are using cascading style sheet, there are types of selectors also, ID and class selector. ID selector selects the ID attribute of an HTML to select a specific element. And ID is always unique within the page, so it is unique element. It is written within the hash character. ID element starts with hash character. This is also for filling the blanks, true or false, choose MCQ, etc. Followed by ID name. We can choose any ID name. That ID name is defined by user also. User defined ID name. For example, here's para 1. ID name is taken as a para 1. That is paragraph 1. And it is start with hash character. And for para 1 element, text align, center, color blue, these styles are applied. Then it is the example of internal style sheet. Obviously, ID is used with internal style sheet. So here there are two paragraph element, but ID is used with first paragraph element. ID equal to para 1. Here para 1, you can write your name also. You can write ABC, hash ABC, then ID equal to ABC. Hello students. Now text align, obviously output, you can see it in output. Hello students sit at a center with blue color. And next is paragraph. This paragraph is as usual with its default style. That is a black color and left alignment. But if we are using para 1 with other p tag, next one p tag, then this paragraph will be displayed, this sentence will be displayed in center with blue color. So we can use ID. We cannot use ID. Here are two elements, two same elements, that is P element. But style is applied for only single element. That is why we are using ID selector. So simple is there. Next is class selector. Class selector selects HTML elements with a specific class attribute, and a class selector starts with or recognized by period character, period operator, followed by class name. For example, here we have take dot intro. Intro is our class selector, and text alignment again here center and color blue. Now here are multiple elements. Here there are multiple elements, and we have to use that style to that multiple element. So here h1 equal to class intro, p class intro. Obviously, both will be displayed in center as well as with blue color. You just code this program in your text. Notepad plus plus is required for HTML5. So please download a Notepad plus plus, and then as usual, same you have to write this code. Save file with .html extension and open with any browser, but try to use Internet Explorer so that all tags or all elements are supported by Internet Explorer. Now class selector for specific element. P.intro for specific for if there are multiple elements and we have to use style for particular element, at that time we have to take this element, then dot operated and that name of class selector. Here p dot intro, that's why style is applied only for paragraph, not for h1 element. If we have took if we have take h1 dot intro, at that time the style will be applied for h1 element also and not for p element. So for particular to specific or for a specific element, class selector we can use. Next is universal selector. Universal selector is used as a wildcard character, that is star. It selects all, or star or asterisk sign. It selects all the elements on the web page. So asterisk, here color green, font size 20 pixel. This style is given. That semicolon should not be there. H2 element A, H2 element A, again P element and paragraph element. So this style is applied to each and every element in web page. So this is nothing but universal selector. Next is group selector. The grouping selector is used to select all the elements with the same style definition. It is used to minimize the code. Commas are used to separate each selector in grouping. This is very important sentence for true or false, MCQ, as well as filling the blanks. Dash dash are used to separate each selector in grouping. We are using commas for separate each selector in grouping. So by using group selector, we can apply same style to multiple HTML element. And here is the program with its output. For H1, H2 and paragraph element, we have used same style, and that style is applied within our body section, and here's the output of that program. So here we will stop. Thank you.